Route 22 Sports Bar, Jefferson County Health Department, First Westminster Church, Convenient Food Mart, Everhard Boat Funeral Home, Marcino Enterprises, M&M Hardware, Valley Converting, Best Western at Franciscan Square, West Banco, Hood's Pharmacy, Dr. John Fiegel, Naples Spaghetti House, the Miracle League, Anthony Mining Company, Village Sleep Center, Steve's Fish and Chips, Josephine's Carryout, and Lancia Villa Royale. Our in-game sponsors pregame, Capital Recovery System, starting lineup, Cedar One Realty, timeouts, Mario's Italian Restaurant, Wham Kill Spikes, the water transport, Aces, the electric, it's electric, and our post-game from Apollo Cleaning. Capital Recovery System pregame, Big Red comes in at 4-2, ranked 45th in Division III, 5th in the OVAC, behind Morgantown, Warren Local University, and Marietta, who have a combined record of 30-2. So they're trying to sneak in to the top 4, although it's early. Steubenville Catholic Central comes in at 5-1, ranked 1st in the OVAC in 2A. Big Red was in 5A. They're rated 26th in Division 7. They're coached by Sherry Barber, Logan Colabella coaching Big Red. For Central to win, Ash, we got to see the Weirton game. They got to do a better job at receiving serves. Too many aces, too many free balls. They got to handle the cross-court spikes, which we saw Big Red do well against Indian Creek, and they didn't do as well as they could have against Weirton. Their spikes were fine. You got to give Weirton credit because they received their spikes very well. So Central just needs to be consistent and play a little better defense than we saw the other day. Coach Barber said that was the worst game of the year for them. For Steubenville Big Red to win, they've got to be consistent when they're serves. Terrific first set, not as good the second and third set, and they can't give up any freebies by serving out of bounds, hitting into the net, getting under a ball, and hitting out. So those would be the keys to the game. Pre-game brought to you by Capital One Recovery. We'll be back with Ashland in the starting lineup after these Mario Italian Restaurants timeouts.
At Mosty Funeral Home, we take great pride in caring for our families, and will work tirelessly to provide you with a beautiful, lasting tribute to your loved one. In addition to the services we offer, even online memorial that you can share with family and friends. While honoring your loved one is our top priority, we also want to help you through this difficult time. We have a wide range of resources to support you not only today, but in the weeks and months to come. Mosty Funeral Home is a proud sponsor of this broadcast.
The Jefferson County General Health District provides public health services focused on community wellness, disease protection, where residents live, work, learn, and play.
Jefferson County Health District, here to serve you.
Earn big rewards on your favorite items at Convenient Food Mart. Buy 5 20-ounce Coke products and get one free. Join our rewards program today and save. It's easy and, of course, convenient.
When you hear the name Tri-State Mobile Audiology, you should know that you'll get quality hearing health care right at your door. It's convenient and professional, locally owned and operated. We provide services along with counseling and education that, if you can't leave the house or rely on transportation, can help improve your quality of life and hearing ability. With Tri-State Mobile Audiology, there are no gimmicks, no bait and switch marketing, and we provide much more than just a hearing test.
So contact Tri-State Mobile Audiology today, where hearing care is health care.
The meaning of cleaning, there's one name you gotta know. Apollo Pro Cleaning. Clean floor to ceiling. Apollo Pro Cleaning is the meaning of cleaning.
And we're back. We're getting ready for starting the lineups. This first set brought to you by Convenient Food Mart. Ash, best you can decipher, how about the starting lineups from Cedar One Realty?
Yeah, so looking at previous games here for the Crusaders, their starting lineup looks like Ava Marcino, Emily Walker, Julia Nerzik, Lily Balzano, Natalie Shrepko, and Nikki Crope. Again, that's subject to change, but that's what we've seen in the past from the Crusaders. For the home Big Red, we have Cena Smith, Kayla Biasi usually coming in as a libero, Elena Vrabel, Caitlin Smith, Araya Bigsby, Emma Lyons, Annalisa Perdue, and Juliana Kramer. Both teams utilizing substitutes. Only Big Red will be utilizing the libero. One thing I noticed, Coach G, when looking at these teams beforehand, very equally matched in the spiking area of the game, with their leading, kills being tied pretty much at about the same between Juliana Kramer and Ava Marcino at about 2.5 and 2.6. One thing I've noticed from Big Red versus Central, their digs are a little more sporadic for Central because they're using everyone in the back row, versus Big Red utilizing the libero. She's going to be their main digger back there. So
well, Central coming off a win against Brook on Saturday, 3-0. And their 5 wins, they've won all matches by a score of 3-0. They didn't play their best against a very talented Weir High and bigger school the other day, and I'm sure Coach Barber's going to have them ready. It's an honor for her and really a nice accomplishment. She's got 3 of her former players that I know of. Maybe there's more, but Logan Colabella right here at Big Red, and Grace Godich at Harrison Central, Fran Capaldi at Weirton as head coaches. Quite an honor for Sherry Barber, that's won a ton of OVACs and been around for years. Logan's Big Red team has been up and coming. I thought they improved greatly from the end of last year, and they're playing better this year and continuing at that pace from what we saw last year. They specialize in servers coming in and people going in and out. Central won't sub quite as much as Steubenville Big Red. Again, your pregame brought to you by Cedar One Realty. Any other comments before we get started, which we hope to be a great contest between these 2 big city rivals?
Yeah, it's a city rival, as you said, leg 1 of the city championship. So both teams are excited to play in this game, and I'm excited to watch.
And broadcast. Tomorrow we'll have the coaches show with Steubenville Big Red, Indian Creek, Weir High, Weirton Madonna, and Catholic Central. And Friday, we will be having a football game with Toronto at Weirton, and also we will have the Big Red game on our station, courtesy of YSN Network helping us out, putting that on. So we have 2 football games for you on Friday. As we're ready to go, Central serving first.
Ava Marcino serving for the Crusaders. Received by Cena Smith. Caitlin Smith set outside to Bigsby. Tipped off the block, out of the reach of Lily Balzano. So opening point goes to the Big Red. Caitlin Smith back to serve. Received by Natalie Shrepko, tipping close to the net. That battle's won by Bigsby and Purdue. Caitlin Smith serve. Received by Gianna Lemmel. Out of the middle was Nerzik. This one's out.
So Big Red off to a quick start, 3-0. Caitlin Smith, all-around player for Big Red. Been impressed with her the last 2 years. Big Red winning the JV game by identical scores, 25-14 in 2 sets.
The outside set to Balzano, tipped off the hands of Purdue. Crusaders will side out, and Emily Walker will take over serving duties. Received by Cena Smith. Caitlin Smith setting Purdue in the middle. Cross court, but out. Walker serving. Received by Biasi. Bit off the net, the set to Bigsby, cross court. Great job by Walker and Lemmel getting this one up, sent over by Balzano. Outside to Kramer. Little too far outside, can't bring it back in, so we have another point Crusaders, tied at 3. Walker serve. Tipped by Purdue.
Our first ace of the night. 4-3 Crusaders battle back from down 3-0 here to start the match.
Walker serve. Received by Cena Smith. Caitlin Smith sending it over in 2. This one is out. Walker again. Received by Smith. Set by Caitlin Smith. Kramer from the outside, cross court. This one is in for a kill. Vrabel will be checking in for Bigsby. Vrabel serve. Received by Marcino. Balzano setting, Nerzik to the outside. Biasi gets a hand on it, bring it back in. Sending over is Purdue. Marcino setting outside to Shrepko, cross court. This one's in for a kill.
Give that a water transport wham, Ash. So both teams in with 2 kills. Crusaders have 2 aces as Nerzik goes back to serve up 6-4.
Biasi receives. The outside set to Cena Smith. Push deep. Nerzik is there. Marcino set to Balzano. Tipped. Doesn't make it over the net. Point Big Red. Emma Lyons checking in. Purdue will be going back to serve. Biasi getting a rest. Purdue serve. Tipped by Shrepko for an ace.
First Big Red ace ties it up at 6.
The serve in the net. So Biasi will be back in. Crusaders taking over with Lily Balzano serving. Serve received by Biasi. Set in the middle to Lyons, tipping. Good hustle by Shrepko to get a hand on it outside to Marcino. She sends it. Biasi receives. Kramer from the outside. Just a miscommunication leads to a point Big Red.
Saw a few of those from both teams, the games we did last week, and you cannot afford to have that miscommunication there. Easy point for Big Red, ties it up at 7.
Aubrey Slusher checking in to serve. In for an ace.
Slusher and Vrabel have done a great job coming off the bench serving for Big Red. Specialty servers, huh? Line drive just over the net, hard to return.
Jump serve from Slusher. Marcino receives. Balzano setting her on the outside, off the hands of the block for a point Crusaders.
Good serve. Nice defense by the Crusaders there by Marcino.
Shrepko serving for the Crusaders. Caitlin Smith gets on this one. Slusher unable to get this one out of the net. Shrepko again to serve, leading 9-8. Received by Vrabel. Set in the middle to Lyons. This one was out.
She got underneath that ball. When you get underneath the ball, a lot of times it goes long. Got to get behind it there.
Shrepko serve. Caitlin Smith receives. Slusher set to, again, Lyons in the middle. Great job by Walker getting a hand on it, sending it back over. Outside to Cena Smith. Cross court, tipped off the block for a point Big Red. Bigsby checking back in. Cena Smith back to serve. The serve received by Balzano. Out of the reach of Marcino.
That's an Electrico ace. Cena Smith. tied up at 10. So back and forth we go in set number 1 here.
Received by Nerzik. Outside set to Walker, cross court. Cena Smith is there. It's a high one at the net. Marcino jumps at it, and this one's in for a kill.
Nice job by Marcino reading that to the open spot.
Gianna Lemmel to serve. Back deep. This one's out.
So both teams, Ash, with some unforced errors, service errors and spikes out of bounds. I look for a little cleaner play as we go along.
Absolutely. Biasi's serve is received by the Crusaders. Marcino sending it back. This one's out. Biasi serve. Deep, played by Shrepko. Setting it to Marcino is received well by Slusher. Back over to the Crusaders. Walker setting Nerzik, bringing it back in. Purdue is there. Set to the right side of Caitlin Smith off the hands of the block. She gets a kill. Biasi serve. Received by Shrepko. Quick set over from Marcino outside to Bigsby. Into the hands of the block. Cena Smith is there. Caitlin Smith sending it deep. Gianna Lemmel getting a hand on this one. Set to Marcino. Tipping it. Bigsby is there. A set outside to her. Cross. Out.
So Central hanging tough, down 13-12.
Ava Marcino to serve. Received by Cena Smith. Set to Purdue, pushing it deep. Shrepko is there. Marcino setting Nerzik into the net. Gianna Kramer checking back in.
Slusher out.
Smith to serve. Gianna Lemmel gets this one. A free ball from Shrepko. Biasi receives. Right side set to Bigsby. Dug by Shrepko. The set to Nerzik. Out.
So Big Red with tons of substitutions in and out. Back to their starting lineup right now, I believe. And Central has yet to make a sub. Of course, Big Red's going to have more subs with the libero. Central doesn't use one.
In for an ace.
That's electric-o ace.
We have a timeout from Coach Barber.
We're going to take it with us. 16-12 Big Red. We'll be back after this Mario's Italian restaurant. Timeout.
You know, Fort Steuben Maintenance should be your first choice when it comes to any and all construction projects, whether it's commercial or residential. Make Fort Steuben Maintenance your first call. You can rely on them to be the experts when it comes to roofing, concrete, plumbing, carpentry, just about any job that needs done. Fort Steuben Maintenance, they're fully licensed and bonded and will even give you a free estimate. Fort Steuben Maintenance. You want the number? 740-283-4890.
Ohio Valley Sports Online would like to thank one of our great sponsors, Capital Recovery Systems. Capital Recovery Systems is home of the no-cost court collections program. Capital Recovery Systems is a proud sponsor of this broadcast.
The meaning of cleaning, there's one name you gotta know. Apollo Pro Cleaning, clean floor to ceiling. Apollo Pro Cleaning is the meaning of cleaning.
Back here, Convenient Food Mart. First set, Big Red 16, Central 12.
Caitlin Smith serving for Big Red. Received by Shrepko. Balzano bringing it back in. Marcino sending it deep. Caitlin Smith gets a hand on it. Biasi outside to Kramer. Tipped off the block. Marcino again getting a hand on this one. Miscommunication by Big Red leads to a point Crusaders. 16-13 as Emily Walker is back to serve. Cena Smith receives. Caitlin setting Bigsby off the block. She plays it well just into the net. Point Crusaders.
Beautiful block that time by Sharepko and Belzano up for the double block. Big Red up by 2.
Walker serve. Cena Smith receives. Caitlin Smith sending it over as a tip for a point Big Red. Vrabel coming in to serve for Bigsby. The serve. Received by Marcino. Balzano setting Shrepko on the outside, tipping. Caitlin Smith is there.
Cena Smith, I think, was under the line or into the net. Did she get hurt?
I believe she did.
Hopefully nothing serious here. It might just be an ankle. She's on the floor. So we'll come back to let you know how Cena's doing here. Big Red up 17-14, it says. Now, was that point to Central, Ash?
Yes, I believe they were calling her under the net.
So is that score correct? I'm not sure they gave it to Big Red. But anyhow, we're going to take a Mario's timeout, come back, and Cena looks like she has a little bit of an ankle problem. Hopefully she'll be okay.
Halftime is sponsored by Berryman Chemicals in memory of Eleanor and Douglas Red Naylor, supporting area youth since 1960 through academic and sports scholarships, mentorship, and community spirit. Good luck to all area teams from Berryman Chemicals.
Now we're back. Cena trying to walk it off behind the dugout. She's out, and Tuttle coming in. Is that Tuttle?
Yes.
Okay, and I'm still anxious to see who they gave the point to there. We thought it was Central's point, and on the scoreboard, I think they gave that point to Big Red. So let's see if they call White into the net, because we thought Cena may have fallen over. Maybe White touched the net.
Okay.
So that's why the point went to Big Red. Okay, we thought Cena sprained the ankle and went over the line. Evidently not. Let's hope she can return here.
Conference with the book here. I think they're getting the scoreboard straightened out. All right. Vrabel serve to Walker, received well. Bring it back in 2. Biasi setting Tuttle on the right side. Just out.
So they have it 18-15 on the scoreboard, and we're going to go with that.
Nerzik serving for the Crusaders. Vrabel receives. Set to Purdue. Out. Trying to take a line shot there.
Pretty close. Big Red 18, Central 16.
Nerzik again. Vrabel receives. Outside to Tuttle. Rolling it. Nerzik playing it. Right side set to Balzano. Is played well by Caitlin Smith, just off the net for the tip.
Purdue couldn't get it over, and Logan wants to call a timeout. So with Big Red 18, Steubenville Central 17, we'll be back after this Mario's break.
This game is brought to you by Express Wash Touchless Car Wash on Sunset and Express Care Car Wash in Wintersville. They're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Whatever your schedule, you can be sure to get your vehicle clean at either of these 2 convenient locations. Car cleaning made easy. Express Wash and Express Care Car Wash is a proud sponsor of this broadcast.
17-14. Okay. Vrabel was serving then.
Okay.
All right.
Now we're back, 18-17, Big Red, as Nerzik will be serving for the Crusaders. Still working on Cena Smith's ankle, trying to get her back into the contest. She pretty tough. I got to believe she'll be back in before the day's out.
Serve received by Vrabel. Right side set to Purdue. Marcino is there. Balzano tipped off of the block. Vrabel receives. Outside set to Kramer. Nerzik digging this one. Lemmel sending it over. Tuttle plays the first ball. Smith sending it over. Balzano is there. Shrepko sending it over. Played well by Big Red. Right side set to Tuttle. Cross court. Balzano is there. High ball on the net. Purdue takes advantage for a kill. Oh, I'm sorry. They called that one a lift, unfortunately for her. So we will continue with the Crusaders serving. Tied at 18. Vrabel receives. Smith to Purdue, pushing it deep. Out.
So the Crusaders now have retaken the lead, 19-18, and still serving.
Nerzik serve. Received again by Vrabel. Kramer from the middle.
We're going to give that a wham shot, a water transport wham by Kramer, who's very capable of spiking that ball hard.
Lyons checking back in the front row as Purdue serves. Received by Balzano. The set to the right side for her. In for a kill.
Nice job by Balzano there. 2019 Central. As I look at Cena Smith on the bench, she's got both shoes off, so she may not return today.
It looks like they're getting some ice ready for her. Balzano's serve received by Biasi. Set in the middle to Tuttle. Slam down for a kill.
That's a wham shot. Tuttle, who played well in the JV game, ties her up.
Slusher checking in for her serving duties. The serve received by Walker. Marcino taking the second one. Sent over by Shrepko. Biasi is there. The set in the middle to Lyons tipped. Out of the reach of Shrepko. Point
nice,
Big Red.
Nice tip and read by Lyons. That's a beautiful return by Central. Slusher did a wonderful job on that serve. Crusaders did a nice job. They're doing much better today in receiving their service than they did in the Weir High game.
The serve received by Walker. Outside set to Marcino, cross court. Vrabel is there.
Miscommunication, unforced error, ties it up. 21-21.
The serve by Shrepko. Played by Caitlin Smith. Sent over deep. Marcino found a hole there.
Sure did. Nobody in the back line, cross court there. Crusaders up by 1.
Shrepko again, leading 22-21. Caitlin Smith plays it. The set from Slusher to Lyons in the middle. Tips. Gianna Lemmel is there. Sent deep. Shrepko plays it. Marcino dug by Kayla Biasi. Set out of the reach of Tuttle. So we have a timeout. Big Red with Crusaders leading 23-21.
We'll keep it here this time, Ash. 23-21 Central, back and forth match as we thought. I've got unofficially Crusaders with 4 aces, Big Red with 3, Big Red with 5 kills, the Crusaders with 4, and I surely could have missed some. Keep an eye on what's going on with Cena Smith as I don't see her on the bench. I believe she's in the locker room getting her ankle checked out by the trainer. Hopefully she's fine. And the Crusaders playing much better than what we saw the other night.
Yeah,
all around.
The sting with losing a player like Cena Smith is she's both front row, back row. She's all over the court, so.
Nice athlete, too.
Okay, we're back. Shrepko serving. Biasi plays this one well. High set. Crusaders setting this one over. Vrabel digs to get a hand on that one. Biasi, the set outside to Tuttle. just under it, sending it deep. So Crusaders have a game point here.
It was a good set that time. Tuttle just got underneath that and it went long. Shrepko serving for the match, or for the set, excuse me.
First pass from Caitlin Smith, the set back to her, sending it cross court. Walker can't reach that one, it's in the stands. Point Big Red.
Bigsby in, Vrabel out. Tuttle serving. She served well in the JV game. Still 2 set points here for the Crusaders.
Received by Balzano. Walker on the outside. Biasi gets a hand on it. High at the net. Lions wins that battle. It was tipped by Walker, but she's there for the block. So Tuttle continues, looking to tie it up here. Balzano is there. The set to Walker. Biasi digs. Slusher. Smith. Shrepko digging. Sent over by Marcino. Biasi. The set from Slusher. Outside to Bigsby. Off the block for a point Big Red. So we are at 24-24. The winner must be by 2 points. Crusaders taking a timeout as we are tied 24-24.
We're going to take it with us. We'll be back after this Mario's timeout.
Are you tired of lugging heavy water bottles from the store to your home or office? Look no further than Water Transport in Hopedale, Ohio. For over 36 years, we've been providing premium quality water to the tri-state region. Our team is dedicated to delivering fresh, clean water right to your doorstep. With our reliable and efficient service, you'll never have to worry about running out of water again. Call us today at 740-264-9999 to schedule your delivery and experience the convenience of water transport.
Now we're back, 24-24. Big Red has dodged 3 set points. Got to win by 2, as Ash told me, has told you. And let's go back to this final couple of serves here, Ash, or a couple of points.
All right, Tuttle to Balzano. Sent over in 2 for a point Crusaders.
Nice job by Marcino.
We have a sub, Annabelle Clutter, checking in for Tuttle in the back row.
So the Crusaders set point again here.
Gianna Lemmel serving. This one is up, received by Biasi. Right side set to Lions off the tip. Wow, great job Crusaders getting a hand on this one and sending it back.
I think. Yeah, 4 hits.
Biasi is back to serve. Crusaders are questioning this one.
Wanted to know if it was a block first, right?
I think it was touched twice through the block.
He did call for 4 hits. I don't think they're going to change it. So Big Red dodges a 4th set point. Biasi back to serve.
Shrepko receives. Balzano sending Marcino from the right side. Slusher gets a hand on it. Miscommunication there. So it's another side out.
Slusher, nice save, but it came back, and Slusher and Caitlin Smith both went after it for a miscommunication. So the 5th set point for the Crusaders.
Marcino with a hard serve, played well by Biasi into the net.
They're going to get it with an electric ace. So first game goes to the Crusaders, 27-25. We'll be back for set number 2 after this Mario's Italian Restaurant timeout.
Attention all nonprofit organizations, are you looking for an answer to your fundraising woes? Windfall is the solution. Windfall is passionate about making a difference. They partner with organizations to simplify fundraising and maximize donations, allowing you to focus on what matters most, your mission. With their innovative methodology, the Windfall Save and Raise fundraising approach, they generate substantial funds through unique and effective strategy, reducing donor fatigue and boosting engagement. Windfall, the fundraiser's secret weapon. Join the many organizations already benefiting from Windfall. Let them help you raise significant funds to support your nonprofit's mission. Visit windfallfunding.org or call 1-833-RAISE-IT today, and together, you can shape a better world. Make Windfall your official fundraising partner like so many others have, and you'll be glad you did.
Village Sleep Center is conveniently located at 2528 Sunset Boulevard in Steubenville, or call them at 740-264-5151. Village Sleep Center is a proud sponsor of this broadcast. Valley Converting, located in Toronto, Ohio, purchases paper products from the public daily. Valley Converting is a manufacturer and converter of 100% recycled paperboard. For information or questions about Valley Converting products and services, contact them at 740-537-2152. Valley Converting is located on South 4th Street in Toronto, Ohio. Take your paper recyclables to them and convert them into cash. Valley Converting is a proud sponsor of this broadcast.
We're back. 27-25. Big Red weathered 4 set points, but not a fifth as the Crusaders got set number 1 in their victory column. Set number 2 brought to you by Mosty Funeral Home. Couple of unforced errors by both teams, Ash, in game 1. Any comments on the first set?
No, I will look for the change here, as Cena Smith will not be returning tonight. Big Red will have to make a couple changes in their back and front row here, looking how they respond, as well as after suffering a loss in our first set. Crusaders, just keep doing what you were doing. It wasn't nothing wrong with that play in the first game. They're checking in with our lineups here.
Looks like the same lineup for the Crusaders, who did not sub there in the first match. The first game, I mean. Big Red with tons of subs in and out with Brable, Slusher, Bigsby.
And Tuttle, who, commend her, she did a good job coming off of the bench late that game.
So it looks like Big Red pretty much the same lineup, but Rabel's in maybe for Smith. And Bigsby right now in for Lyons. I don't know if Lyons is a full-time starter or not, as Big Red will be back with Caitlin Smith to serve first.
The serve received by Marcino, sent over in 2 by Balzano. Vrabel is there. Outside set to Kramer. Cross court for, what do we call that one, Coach D?
That's a wham. We're giving a wham on that one. Water transport wham. Let me ask you, Ash, unless I missed it, I thought Caitlin Smith started the central serve first in the first set.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, received by Shrepko. Set to Nerzik, off the block. Biasi is there. Purdue tipping. Nerzik making a good effort, but in the net on a diving dig. Another point, Big Red. Caitlin Smith continuing her serving.
Nice decision by Purdue there.
For an ace.
Electric O ace. So Big Red out to the 3-0 start, just like they were in game number 1.
Smith again serving. Marcino plays the first ball, set to her, cross court for another wham.
Wham shot. Water transport wham. 3-1 Big Red.
Marcino serving. Played by Bigsby. Bit off the net, set to Kramer. Lemmel is there to receive. Nerzik from the right side. Played by Caitlin Smith. Kramer bringing it back in. Bigsby sending this one over. Shrepko for the first ball. Marcina de Balzano. Cross court for a kill.
Give that a wham shot. Water Transport. We got to put a few plugs in for Mike Keister. Water Transport, wham. 3-2, Big Red. We thought this would be a good match, and so far it has been. Overtime in game 1. Looks to be close here in game 2.
Marcino, Vrabel is there. The set.
4 hits.
4 hits for Big Red. Marcino again with a tie score, 3-3. Things looking very similar here. Vrabel receives. Bigsby calling it on the outside. Out.
Again, Bigsby got up. Bigsby hit it hard, but again underneath the ball and deep.
So Marcino again with the lead, 4-3. The serve, Bigsby plays it. Outside set to her, rolling it this time. Shrepko is there. Outside to Balzano, into the hands of the block of Purdue and Bigsby.
Nice block by Bigsby that time. Purdue right there also, like you said. 4-4. Kramer's going to go back to serve for Big Red.
Vrabel will stay in the front row. The serve received by Shrepko. Back set to Walker, cross court. Smith is there. Purdue taking the second ball. Vrabel from the outside. Nice cross court shot by her for a kill. Kramer again for the serve. Received by Shrepko, set outside to Balzano. Into the hands of the block again, she plays it. Crusaders keeping this one. Nerzik sending it over. Played by Big Red. Outside again to Vrabel, rolling it into a hole for a kill.
Coach Barber did not like that. Miscommunication there. Unforced error. 6-4, the Red.
Kramer serve into the net. Crusaders will take over, down 1, 6-5. Walker going back to serve for the Crusaders. The serve into the net.
So back-to-backers puts Big Red up by 2.
Lions checking back in as Purdue serves. Walker receives. The set outside to Shrepko. Played well by Juliana Kramer, who sends it over in 1. Nerzik being set. Sent back deep. Purdue is there. Vrabel from the outside tipping for a hole.
She found that hole there. I saw her eyes shift right there to the corner.
Purdue serving again for Big Red.
Kramer with a nice job defensively on that power spike by the Crusaders.
Marcino receiving. Right side set to Nerzik. Into the hands of the block.
Called something.
Unfortunately, I believe Vrabel was under the net. So side out for the Crusaders. Biasi in the back row. Julia Nerzik will be back to serve. Biasi receives. Smith sending it over in 2. Marcino is there. Balzano taking a swing just off the top of the net. Slusher will be checking in for Bigsby. Slusher serve. Received by Walker. Marcino setting Balzano. Cross court. Slusher is there. Vrabel sending it over in 2. Good play by Nerzik. Lemmel from the outside off the hands of the block. Biasi coming in. Up high. Lemmel was all over it, but Slusher was there to dig. Outside from Vrabel. Tipped off the block. Outside of the reach of Nerzik for a point, Big Red.
Really some nice serves by Big Red. Impressed with how the Crusaders are receiving those serves today. Very few free balls, very few aces.
The serve. Marcino is there, mishit for an ace.
It's on me, huh? It's on me, right? Okay. Well, that was a great serve, like we said. That's an ace for Big Red. Puts them up by 5. Good timeout by Coach Barber. 11-6 the Red. We'll be back after this Mario's timeout.
Are you looking for the ultimate sports connection? Look no further than Total Sports Connection. We've been in business since 1995, providing the best in screen printing, sports equipment, and fundraising opportunities. Our selection of cutting-edge sports clothing is second to none, with various different brands to choose from. And if you're looking for custom products for your team and fans, we've got you covered. So whether you're a coach, a player, or a fan, come visit us at 104 South Zane Highway in Martins Ferry. Or give us a call at 740-633-2772. Total Sports Connection, your one-stop shop for all your sports needs.
Now we're back. Second set brought to you by Mosty's Funeral Home. 11-6 the Red, and serving down 1-0.
Okay, Slusher serve coming out of the timeout. This one is in for Walker to receive. Lemmel sending this one over deep. Biasi is there. Set in the middle to Lions. Miss hit, so this one is out. Crusaders will side out and have Balzano back to serve. Received miss hit by Kramer.
It's electric. The ace by Nerzik.
Balzano serve. Kramer receives off the net from Slusher. High, tight. Shrepko was all over that one.
Shrepko a kill, but let's give credit to that serve that time. It was a free ball for the Crusaders. Shrepko played it well. Crusaders down by 2. Another good serve by Balzano.
The set to Smith on the outside, tipped off the block. Balzano is there. Marcino sending it as a down ball, but Biasi receives. Vrabel doing a great job bringing it back in from the outside. Shrepko on the right side. In the net is number 10, Emma Lyons. So Balzano again will be serving. Received by Kramer. Lyons from the middle, rolling it. Nerzik is there. Right side set to Shrepko. Again, 10, they're calling her in the net.
Shrepko's spike was out, but the point to the Crusaders for a net ball. And they've rattled off 4 straight after the timeout to tie it at 11.
Balzano serve. Biasi is there, a high pass set to Smith off the hands of the block. A middle or right side set to Vrabel, lands in.
Vrabel a kill.
She will be back now to serve for Big Red, up by 1. Hard serve played well by Nerzik. Marcino from the outside rolling, Vrabel digging. Right side from Caitlin Smith.
Nice save by Walker.
Great hustle, sent deep by Shrepko. Big Red looking to use this one. Kramer from the outside.
That's
Off
a wham
Nerzik.
shot.
Yeah.
Water transport wham by Kramer. That was a great serve by Slusher. I'm so impressed with her service. By Vrabel, I mean, and Slusher too. Coming off the bench, designated servers.
Hard serve for an ace.
Electric-o. (14-11) Big Red. They've now rattled off 3 in a row after we were tied at 11.
Out this time. Miss hit off of the jump serve. So we have Shrepko serving for the Crusaders. Deep, Biasi is there. The set from Slusher outside to Kramer. Cross court wham, great dig by Nerzik there. Balzano sending it out. So we have a point, Big Red.
Was a good defensive play by Nerzik to keep it alive, but Big Red got the point as Purdue comes in. Lions out.
Biasi serving. Balzano receives. Set to Lemmel. Tip out of the reach of Slusher. Got caught back on her heels, saw the ball coming and said, oh, fiddlesticks, I got to get there. Lemmel serve. Received by Vrabel. Right side set to Caitlin Smith. Shrepko digging. Marcino from the right side, cross court. Caitlin Smith taking the second ball to send it to Kramer. Cross court for a kill.
Unofficially, I have them for 6 kills this set. Big Red up by 3 as Caitlin Smith will go back to serve.
Bigsby back in the front row. Lemmel receives a high pass, looking to use this one outside to Nerzik. Biasi is there. Right side set to Bigsby. Lemmel getting this one. Outside to Marcino, deep. Biasi is there. A dying duck pass out of the reach of Big Red. So we have another point, Crusaders.
Crusaders hanging around. Down by 4, tie it up. Down by 3, now they're down 16-14 and serving is Marcino.
Received by Vrabel. Off the net for Bigsby, rolling it. Lemmel is there. Sent over by Marcino. Caitlin Smith sending Kramer off the hands of the block. Out of the reach of Balzano.
Kramer tough on that cross-court kill, Ash.
As she is now back to serve. The serve from Kramer. Balzano receives. Back set to Walker, cross court. Caitlin Smith is there. Biasi taking the second ball. Right side from Bigsby, cross court Lemmel. Just into the net off of Marcino's second pass.
Big Red back up by 4, 18-14, down 1 set to 0.
Deep serve played by Shrepko. Balzano from the outside, cross court. Kramer with a nice high dig. Bigsby from the right side. Shrepko getting a hand on it. Lemmel for a second ball. Free ball from the Crusaders. Biasi is there. Outside to Vrabel. Off the block. Shrepko digging this one. Sent over in 2 by Marcino. From the middle line. Yes.
Wham.
Purdue.
Water transport wham. Some beautiful defensive digs on that volley.
Kramer serve. Lemmel.
It's an ace. I think Coach Barber needs a timeout, and she's going to take it. 20-14, Big Red up by 6. We'll be back after this Mario's Italian Restaurant timeout.
Are you looking for high-quality mulch and aggregates for your landscaping needs? Look no further than Rawson's Mulch and More. Serving the Ohio Valley and Tri-State area, Rawson's delivers top-notch products right to your doorstep. From decorative stone to mulch and more, Rawson's has got you covered. Don't settle for less. Choose Rawson's Mulch and More for all your landscaping needs. Call 740-632-7742 to place your order today.
You're listening to Ohio Valley Sports Online, the sports authority. If you want to get your message heard, visit us on Facebook and leave a message. Ohio Valley Sports Online is on any connected device, phones, tablets, smart TVs. Follow us on Facebook and don't forget to subscribe free to our YouTube page. Type in OVSO. You will get immediately notified the instant we go live with our next broadcast.
We're back 20-14. Big Red in set number 2. Mosty Funeral Home. Set number 2 is Kramer back to serve.
Received by Marcino. Balzano set to Walker. Tipped off of the block for a point. Good side out by the Crusaders.
Going to give that a kill for Walker. See if the Crusaders can battle back. They've been doing it all night.
Walker to serve. Biasi receives. Smith set to Purdue.
Wham! Water transport win. That was a beautiful set by Smith, and Purdue right on it, straight down to the ground.
That is really where she shines in those quick sets. Purdue serving. Shrepko receives from the outside, a roll. Purdue on this one. Smith set to Vrabel on the outside, off the block.
Nice block by Nerzik. 21-16, Big Red.
Nerzik back to serve. Received by Biasi. Smith to Lyons.
That's a
wham shot for her.
A lot of middle sets here, Ash.
When you have a great pass, you can't help but want to do those quick shots to get them off, catch the defense off balance. Slusher taking over serving duties for Big Red. Played by Walker. A free ball from the Crusaders. Slusher set, Vrabel on the outside.
And that's a wham shot, wow. Slusher getting up. I mean, Vrabel getting up.
Yeah, great job for her coming into the front row. I think this is the first I've seen her play front row. A sub for the Crusaders.
That's Meek, Eric Meek's daughter.
Yeah, Reagan Meek checking in for Emily Walker.
Slusher had a great serve. Crusaders done a much better job in receiving serves tonight.
Back. Wow, Crusaders hustling to get an errant pass back in, and they do. Middle to Lyons.
Another wham shot. Water transport wham. Big Red on a roll. I've got him unofficially, Ash, for 12 kills in this match. Quite a bit. That's the story here, the second set.
Lemel with a high pass into the net. Lyons tipping it over. Sent over by Lemel. Vrabel. Right side to Caitlin Smith, played by Balzano. A right side set for her. Cross court roll out of the reach of Slusher.
Kill for the Crusaders. 24-17, so 7 set points for Big Red here.
Kramer receives. Slusher's set to Vrabel on the right side. Into the hands of Marcino and Lemel.
And they weather one of those, 24-18. I've been impressed with Crusader serving too this game, especially Balzano, Marcino.
Caitlin Smith from the outside. This one's out. I've noticed they've done a really good job of recognizing, okay, who's not usually in the back row? Who can I maybe target that may send an errant pass?
Another set point.
Played by Kramer. Lyons from the middle, off the hands of the block, out of the reach of Shrepko. So our second set goes to Big Red, 25-19.
Well, they got a 3-minute break. Mosty Funeral Home second set goes to Big Red, ties it up 1 set apiece. We'll be back after this 2-minute timeout.
At Mosty Funeral Home, we take great pride in caring for our families, and will work tirelessly to provide you with a beautiful, lasting tribute to your loved one. In addition to the services we offer, you will receive an online memorial that you can share with family and friends. While honoring your loved one is our top priority, we also want to help you through this difficult time. We have a wide range of resources to support you not only today, but in the weeks and months to come. Mosty Funeral Home is a proud sponsor of this broadcast.
When you hear the name Tri-State Mobile Audiology, you should know that you'll get quality hearing healthcare right at your door. It's convenient and professional, locally owned and operated. We provide services along with counseling and education that, if you can't leave the house or rely on transportation, can help improve your quality of life and hearing ability. With Tri-State Mobile Audiology, there are no gimmicks, no bait and switch marketing, and we provide much more than just a hearing test.
So contact Tri-State Mobile Audiology today, where hearing care is healthcare.
It's electric. The Electric O is a family-owned, full-service electrical contracting company that is licensed in Ohio, West Virginia, and PA, but remains community-focused here in our backyard. Dave and Darla Oseba are committed to providing service that is family-backed. Whether it residential or commercial, the Electric O will provide service that will give you peace of mind and even lessen your electric bill. All electrical needs for new construction, remodeling, troubleshooting, whatever it may be, Electric O can do it efficiently. They service one happy customer after another, and for that I can attest. Call Dave Oseba at Electric O, 304-670-8277.
Capital Recovery Systems, headquartered in Columbus, is an exclusive government debt collection agency. Their primary focus lies in local government collections, with a specialty in recovering delinquent court cases, parking tickets, and taxes. If you have any outstanding debts related to local government matters, Capital Recovery Systems may be able to assist you in resolving them. Remember, they're dedicated to both financial recovery and maintaining a positive reputation for their clients. Capital Recovery Systems is a proud sponsor of this broadcast.
Now we're back here getting ready for set number 3, tied 1 game apiece. Central took the first set 27-25. Big Red came back, took the second set 25-19. The third set brought to you by Gumbar Heating and Cooling. Comments, Ash, so far?
Great job by Big Red coming back after a tough loss in the first set. Great to see, some new players stepping into the role of front row and attacking well. Crusaders, like you said, they doing a great job off of serve receive, getting a good first pass that they can use and attack off of. So looking for a really well-contested game this third set here.
Crusaders back to their starting lineup. Balzano, Walker, Marcino, Sharepko, Nerzik, and Lemmel?
Yes.
Okay. And how about Big Red starters this game, Ash?
Yeah, we have Slusher, Purdue, Kramer, Smith, Vrabel, and Biasi. Biasi receives the opening serve from Marcino. Outside to Purdue. Played by Lemmel, a high pass into the net. Those are they're so hard to play, especially when you're turning around. And good effort by Marcino. Caitlin Smith serving for Big Red. Sent deep. Lemmel playing it high at the net. Purdue is there. Wham.
There's a wham shot. Water transport wham. That all set up by Caitlin Smith's serve that time. Nice free ball for the Big Red. So just like the first 2 games, Big Red jumps out in front.
Hard serve played by Nerzik. Bringing it back in is Balzano. Shrepko with a free ball. Big Red looking to use this. Bit off the net. Outside set to Kramer. Cross court. Too much for Balzano to handle with a hard spike.
So all 3 games, Big Red has jumped out 3-0, and the Crusaders have come back to tie it at 3-3. Let's see if they can do the same this game.
Played by Shrepko. Balzano setting Nerzik. Line, but Biasi was there. Kramer on the outside. Off balance and into the net.
There's one of the 3 points. See if they can tie it up like they did in set number 1 and set number 2.
Walker serving. Received by Vrabel. Smith bringing it back off the net. Sent by Biasi. Balzano is there. Balzano on the outside. Into the net.
not this game, unforced error. They had a free ball there, did the Crusaders, didn't take advantage of it. As Kramer goes back to serve for the Red.
The serve received by Walker. Balzano set to Shrepko on the outside, tipping. Smith is there. Biasi taking the second ball. Vrabel from the outside. Out.
Just out.
Big Red looking for a touch. The down official agrees.
They have a touch, is that why?
Yes,
okay.
off of the block.
Yeah, Logan very animated there. Wanted that one and got it. 5-1 Big Red. Boy, Vrabel gets up for her size, Ash.
Yeah, great height. Ace.
Electric, all right in the hole. Now that's an unforced error that you can't have. 6-1 Big Red. Set number 3, tied at 1 apiece.
Kramer serve deep. Walker is there. Balzano setting Nerzik. Smith is there, sent over in 2 by Purdue. Outside to Shrepko. Cross court, out of the reach of Kramer.
Nice kill by Shrepko. She saw the hole back there. I've not seen these 2 officials, Ash. Do you know who they are?
No, this was my first time with them as well.
Checking a little timeout by the official there. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, the ball went out to the hallway. I think he was just telling her, make sure you're okay with that. Tipped by Shrepko, played well by Big Red, sent by Bigsby. Second ball over by Marcino. Kramer getting this one up. Off the net is Vrabel, rolling it. Nerzik getting a hand on it. But this one sails towards the bleachers. So Big Red sides out.
In comes Lyons. Out goes Biasi.
Purdue serving. Walker to Marcino. Marcino setting Lemmel. She rolls this one. Purdue getting a hand on it. Right side set to Bigsby. Cross court. Great hustle by Balzano to get on that one. Shrepko from the middle. Dug by Purdue. A roll from Vrabel. Right side from Balzano. Bigsby. Smith. Kramer from the back row. Nerzik playing that one well. The set to Shrepko off the hands of Lyons. Great job by Bigsby getting it off the block. Looking to bring it back in is Vrabel, and she does inside the sticks. Walker from the back row. Purdue out. Great volley back and forth by both teams.
It was. Biasi back in. Purdue out. 7-3 Big Red. Balzano serving.
Biasi receives. Middle to Lyons. Tipped. Out off of Nerzik's hands.
That's where Big Red's been most dangerous tonight. Middle set. Up by 5 as Slusher comes in. And Bigsby is out. Slusher in to serve.
The serve. Marcino plays this one. Outside set to her. Dug by Biasi, sending it over in 1. Lemmel back in 2. Smith to Lyons, tipping, just can't get it over the net. She found a spot, just couldn't get there. So we have a point Crusaders.
Like Lyons kind of mistimed that jump.
Shrepko serving for the Crusaders. Kramer is there. Smith from the outside. Walker playing this one, a set to her on the outside now. Cross, out.
Right idea, just a little underneath that one. Went long. Big Red went back to that 5-point lead. 9-4.
Vrabel serving from the back. Nerzik getting on this one. Marcino tipping.
I think they had
Smith in the net.
In the net. Lyons was close too.
Lemmel serving. Biasi receives. Back set to Lions, cross court. Marcino is on that one. She's coming from the right side. Just on to the top of the net, stays on the Crusader side. So we have a point Big Red. Lions checking out, Purdue back in. Biasi serving. Crusaders back to receive. Shrepko to Balzano. Balzano to Nerzik. Biasi receives. Sent over in two. Balzano is on this one. Marcino looking to take a second ball, but Biasi is all over it. Kramer from the outside. Lemmel getting a nice high pass. Walker. Biasi is there. Smith from the right side, tipping deep for a hole. Great hustle by Shrepko, lying out for that one.
Smith's tough on that push shot. She has great vision out there. Do you remember her back to the net shot the last time we were here?
Not something I have ever seen or probably will see again.
11-6 Big Red in serving, and now make it 12 on the ace, the electric O ace. Miscommunication by the Crusaders.
Coach Barber taking a timeout.
And we're going to take it with us, 12-5 Big Red in this tie-breaking set number 3. We'll be back after this Mario's break.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say, "What? Huh?"
I'm so over this.
But what you really need to say is something that could actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
Get someone who actually can help. Contact State Farm agent Casey Johnson today.
Are you looking for encouragement? Join our First West family for an uplifting message of hope. Whether you're looking for a thriving youth program, an inspiring Bible study, or a senior community group, there is a place for you at First West. Sunday morning worship in Children's Church begins at 10:45. Stay connected with us. Follow us on Facebook or visit our website, firstwestminster.org. We hope to see you soon. Love God and love others.
This third set brought to you by Gumbar Heating and Cooling. Big Red up by 7 and serving.
Biasi serve received by Marcino. Balzano setting Nerzik on the outside. Tipped off the block and out, so point Crusaders. Great timeout by Coach Barber. Marcino going back to serve for the Crusaders. Receiving as Smith, Biasi, and Vrabel. The serve. Vrabel. Slusher setting Purdue on the outside. She sends it deep to a hole. Point Big Red. Slusher out, Bigsby back in.
Crusaders yet to make a sub. And in this set, also in the first set, did have one sub. Meek coming in set number 2.
Smith serve. Received by Shrepko. Walker from the right side. Caitlin Smith getting a hand on this one. Biasi bringing it back in. Sent over by Smith. Marcino setting Balzano. Off the block, Purdue playing a second ball. Bigsby played by Shrepko. Nerzik from the right side. Caitlin Smith with a high pass. Biasi looking to bring it back in. Bigsby sends this one over. Shrepko is on it. Sent over in 2. Kramer to Smith, and Smith, I think they're saying she lifted that one. I don't think she quite agrees. Sometimes those slow dinks are hard to not get an extended touch on.
Nice job by Marcino there. Crusaders down 13-7.
Walker serve to Vrabel. Smith to Purdue, but she's in the net this time. So Walker will serve again. Short, Vrabel's on it, sent over by Smith. Marcino looking for a hole out of the reach of Vrabel, so a tip and a point Crusaders.
Now from 12-5, the Crusaders have battled back 13-9. I would bet to think here if Central gets this point, Coach Colabella would call a timeout. Momentum has switched.
Walker serve. Biasi plays it. A set to Kramer on the right side. Cross court, Walker's on it. Marcino looking to send it over, just getting kind of turned around and into the net. So Kramer now back to serve.
Big Red up by 5 again.
For an ace.
Electrico ace. Looked like a little miscommunication there.
They talked it out. Looking to return this one, get a nice pass up off of Kramer's serve. Nerzik does just that. Marcino from the middle. Shrepko, free ball from the outside. Biasi bringing it back in, looking for a set from Smith. Purdue tipping. Wow, great job, Balzano getting a hand on that one. Nerzik bringing it back in. Purdue from the middle.
Ooh, called a lift, I thought.
Yeah.
It did look like the right call that time. 15-10 Big Red. Right idea, just held on a little long on that push.
Nerzik serve played by Biasi. Kramer looking to bring it back in. Vrabel from the outside, sending it deep. Walker is there. Balzano from the right side. Out of the reach of Biasi for a kill.
Nice job by Balzano.
The serve from Nerzik. Biasi receives outside to Vrabel. Off the hands of the block. Nerzik is there. Right side to Balzano. Bigsby doing a great job getting a hand on that. Set to her. Nerzik again. Balzano from the right side. Bigsby, Smith. Back over. Marcino playing this one. Balzano taking it for a set. Shrepko for a kill.
Off the net that time, but a hard hit by Shrepko. 15-12. Again, I would say Coach Colabella needs a timeout if Central gets this point.
Nerzik serve. Vrabel receiving. Smith to Purdue in the middle. Tipped. Balzano getting a hand on it. Nerzik unable to produce a free. So we have a point, Big Red. Lions back in. Purdue to serve. Crusaders back. Lemmel. Marcino off of the net. Balzano with a free pass. Purdue playing it well. Vrabel from the outs. Oh, not able to get it over. It was a close net ball there. Couldn't bring it back in, so Balzano going back to serve.
Biasi in for Purdue. Subbing in and out. Big Red. The Crusaders staying with the first 6.
Kramer receiving. Vrabel bringing that one back in from the way outside. Rolling over the net. Marcino's all over it. Balzano hitting a second pass down for a kill. Lily Balzano is all over this game.
That 4th kill. Wasn't hit that hard, but right in the right hole. 16-14. As the Crusaders have come storming back here in set number 3.
Bigsby from the right side. Walker is on this one. Shrepko bringing it back in. Marcino. Biasi with a pass. Lions from the middle into the hands of Lemmel. Outside to Vrabel, rolling it. Lemmel is on it. Marcino bringing it back in. Lemmel sending it over as a free pass. Biasi. Smith to Lions into the hands of Lemmel. And Lions was over the line that time.
Crusader fans fired up over there. 16-15.
Gianna Lemmel's building herself a roof there with these blocks. Biasi. Smith to Vrabel on the outside, rolling it. Marcino is there. Balzano. Over the middle was Marcino. Outside to Vrabel. Rolling it. Marcino is there. Balzano to Shrepko. Shrepko out.
Really close there. Good decision by Big Red to let that go. And designated server Slusher in for Bigsby. 17-15. This is the all-important set when it's 1-1, Ash. Normally the winner of set 3 when you're tied up wins the match.
Slusher to Walker. Balzano sending it over to Vrabel is there. Slusher set to Lions.
Lamb.
In for a kill.
Water transport, straight down. Just a nice weapon to have off the bench, Slusher, with her service.
Up, received by Marcino. Walker helping her out off of the second ball. Balzano sending it deep. Kramer is there. Outside to Vrabel, who has just been an absolute weapon outside.
Off the tip and out. And that's all set up by Slusher's serve. He got a free ball there, and Vrabel made him pay. 19-15, the Red. Coach Forte in the house.
Walker receives. Shrepko. Lemmel sending it. Biasi is on it. From the middle was Lyons. Tipped off the block.
Another kill for Big Red. Coach Barber takes a needed timeout. 20-15, Steubenville Big Red. We'll be back after this Mario's timeout.
Trying to find a local, family-owned pharmacy that doesn't treat you like a number, they treat you like, well, you. Visit Hood's Pharmacy. Find them at 971 Main Street in Follinsby. Hood's Pharmacy is family-owned. Family-owned for over 50 years. All insurance plans are accepted, and they have COVID-19 testing and vaccinations available, so no worries there. Hood's Pharmacy features Sarah's Candy, plus a wide selection of greeting cards. Get the friendly hometown service you deserve when you visit Hood's Pharmacy in Follinsby. Come visit the friendly pharmacist and staff at Hood's Pharmacy today, a proud sponsor of this broadcast.
When you need electrical work, get it done right by the most qualified electrical contractors and tradesmen around. The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers. IBEW 246, trained to electrify.
Now we're back 20-15 Big Red. They're in the driver's seat, up by 5 with 2 timeouts left. See if the Crusaders can mount a comeback here as Big Red about to serve. Set number 3 tied up at 1 apiece in this Gumbar's Heating and Cooling sponsorship in set 3.
Walker receives. Balzano to Marcino. Kramer is there off the net. Slusher bringing it back to Vrabel. Into the net that time. That happens with those sets that come from off the net, and you're kind of reaching behind yourself for the ball.
Vrabel's done a good job all around this game, taking Cena Smith's spot. Ooh, they called a net ball into the net because that didn't go back over, so it looked like the Crusader was in the net.
Yes, yeah, she was either in the net or sometimes they call the reaching over for the second ball, interfering before the setter gets a chance. Outside to Walker, tipped off the block. Outside to Kramer, cross court. Nerzik is there. Marcino sending it over. Kramer playing the first ball. The set to Lyons.
It's a wham. Straight down, hard. Emma Lyons making it happen here. Water transport, wham. Big Red up by 6, 22-16.
Vrabel serving. Just out. Lemmel serving for the Crusaders. This one is back. Lyons misplayed.
Ace. Electric O ace by Lemmel. Cuts it to 22-18.
Lemmel having a huge breakout game with those blocks. Received by Kramer. Sent over and 2 by Slusher. Marcino to Nerzik. Tipped. Lyons playing it off of her own block. Kramer over for the third pass. Marcino from the right side. Tipped off of the block for a kill.
Yep. Marcino with a kill. 22-19. Well, again, I say, if Big Red doesn't get this point, I'm calling timeout. You have 2 left.
Can't take him to the next game. Vrabel high at the net. Tipped back over by Walker. Timeout, Big Red.
So Central with a comeback, down 22-20. We'll be back for the exciting finish after this timeout.
Hauser Furniture prices and in-store financing won't be beat. Sofas starting at $4.99, recliners starting at $2.89, sectionals starting at $9.99, complete bedroom suite starting at $6.99, complete dinette set starting at $2.89, carpet with padding and installation as low as $2.89 per square foot. Hausers will absolutely not be undersold.
Hauser's has it. Hauser's has it all.
Ohio Valley Sports Online would like to thank one of our great sponsors, Capital Recovery Systems. Capital Recovery Systems is home of the no-cost court collections program. Capital Recovery Systems is a proud sponsor of this broadcast.
We're back 22-20 Big Red as Central about to serve here in set number 3.
Lemmel serve. Received by Biasi. Off the net from Slusher. Smith from the right side, sending it deep. Shrepko unable to get there. So we have a side out. Purdue stepping back in. Biasi serving. Biasi serve. Received by Marcino. The set to her on the right side. Slusher gets a hand on it. Biasi bringing it back in. High at the net. They have
Lions? No,
no, Purdue.
11? Okay, I thought he put up 10. Okay. Lions isn't in there. So 23-21. Central keeps hanging around.
Marcino serving. Received by Vrabel. Smith to Nerzik. Marcino on a second ball, but Biasi is there. A net pass by, they're looking for, what are they calling here?
Touched off a Big Red out of bounds.
Okay. Big Red was looking for them to get the reach call again, but I didn't see it that time.
So we're going for the tie here, Ash. 23-22, Big Red.
Marcino serve. A hard serve played well by Biasi. High at the net. Slusher bringing it back out. Biasi sending it back over. Balzano from the outside. Biasi is there. Set. Out of the reach of Kramer. So we are tied at 23.
Nice comeback by the Crusaders, and Big Red calls a timeout, and Central explodes over there. We're going to keep it here, Ash. 23-23. First set went 27-25 as Big Red weathered the storm of 4 set points, but they couldn't stop the 5th one. Game number 2, close, but went to Big Red 25-19. Big Red ahead this whole game. The biggest lead I remember was 12-5. They've had 5 6-point leads throughout. Crusaders keep battling, and now they've tied it up. Play of, especially this game, Lemmel and Marcino. Some good serves and some nice blocks and spikes by the Crusaders. Big Red's gotten some nice kills in there too, some wham shots between Lyons and Kramer. So again, we thought this match was going to be a good one. It surely has been so far.
Crusaders taking the court again. Marcino continuing her serves. This one is up. Biasi. The set to Purdue into the hands of the block, and it lands in. Point Crusaders.
So set point for Steubenville Central, who's trailed the whole game.
Marcino in the net this time. Bigsby checking in for Slusher. Caitlin Smith back to serve for the Crusaders. Marcino, Lemmel, Shrepko back to reserve.
And an Electrico ace. Shrepko could not get to that. Or no, that was Lemmel. Nice try back there. Caitlin Smith now set point for Big Red, as the Crusaders have already had one.
Nerzik, Lemmel, Marcino bringing this one in. Vrabel is there. Set to Purdue. Tip. Balzano does get a hand on it, just not quite high enough for some help.
So game number 3 goes to Big Red. Hard fought game. Both teams battling very well. 26-24. We'll come back for the 4th set after these Mario Italian Restaurant timeouts.
The meaning of cleaning, there's one name you gotta know. Apollo Pro Cleaning. Clean floor to ceiling. Apollo Pro Cleaning is the meaning of cleaning.
Earn big rewards on your favorite items at Convenient Food Mart. Buy 8 Monster, Reign, or NOS energy drinks and get your 9th free. Join our rewards program today and save. It's easy and, of course, convenient. The Jefferson County General Health District provides public health services focused on community wellness, disease prevention, and protection, where Jeffersons live, work, learn, and play.
Jefferson County Health District, here to serve you.
Are you looking for a trusted name in residential and commercial real estate? Look no further than Cedar One Realty. Our team of dedicated professionals is here to help you find your dream home or the perfect commercial property. With years of experience and a deep knowledge of the local market, we're the experts you can trust. Cedar One is a full-service brokerage that handles residential, commercial, property management and storage units. Call us today to schedule a consultation and see how we can help you achieve your real estate goals. Cedar One has over 60 agents serving the Ohio Valley. Cedar One Realty, leading the Valley in residential and commercial real estate. Visit us online at cedaronerealty.com or stop by our office in Wintersville today.
We're back. Steubenville Big Red up 2-1. They lost the first set 27-25, rebounded in set 2 25-19. And set 3, a barn burner, went to Big Red 26-24, as the Crusaders did have a set point. 4th set brought to you by Commissioner Eric Timmons. Understand he may make a guest appearance tomorrow in the football coaches show, so hopefully we'll get to see and speak to Coach Timmons tomorrow as we have the coaches show on Wednesday night. Big Red, Indian Creek, Weir High, Steubenville Central, and Madonna. Your comments, Ash, on the first 3 sets?
Been so incredibly back and forth and well contested on both ends, so should be an exciting 4th match for us here. As Big Red will serve, Crusaders have Marcino, Walker, Nerzik, Balzano, Shrepko, and Lemmel.
Sina Smith, in case you're wondering, still on the bench with her leg propped up on one of the coach's laps.
Marcino from the right side, played by Caitlin Smith. Bigsby on the 3rd hit, played by Shrepko. Nerzik miss-hit. So we have a point Big Red. Smith again to serve. Marcino plays the first one. Set to her. Smith Miss hit and out. So we have Marcino back to serve. Receiving for Big Red is Biasi, Vrabel, and Bigsby. Bigsby on this one, high at the net. Nerzik was on it, but Biasi is there to play it again. Balzano on that second one, out of the reach of Vrabel. So we have point Crusaders.
Kill for Balzano, almost a wham shot.
Marcino serve. Bigsby playing this one. Bringing it back in.
Around. Round the pole.
Marcino again.
So for the first time in the match, the Crusaders have jumped out 3-1.
Great hustle by Caitlin Smith to bring out the pass from the net. Balzano from the outside, out of the reach of Vrabel.
Another kill by Balzano, all set up by Marcino's impressive serves. She's been awesome in the service line tonight.
She has great aggressive serve. She'll continue that now as they lead 4-1. Biasi receives outside to Bigsby. In for a kill. Side out Big Red. Kramer will be back to serve. Walker receives. Marcino setting Balzano on the outside off of the tip. Purdue is on this one. Outside set to Vrabel. Cross court. Shrepko is on that one.
Nice.
Balzano from the outside tipped. Caitlin Smith getting a nice high pass. Biasi to Vrabel on the outside. Cross. Balzano is there. Right side set to Nerzik. Falls between three members of the Lady Big Red.
Yeah, miscommunication there. They looked at each other. Nobody took charge. 5-2, the Crusaders.
Walker serving. Kramer receives. Middle to Purdue. Tipped. Out of the reach of Nerzik. She will now go back to serve as Lyons checks into the front row. Purdue serve. Marcino receives. Balzano to Shrepko on the outside. Cross court.
That's a wham shot.
Yeah, it was.
Water transport, wham, straight down. 6-3 Crusaders.
Nerzik will take over serving duties. Nerzik serve. Received by Bigsby. Vrabel from the outside. Walker was there. Lyons was looking to take that second ball, which was coming just slightly over the net, but it was out of her reach, so we have a point Crusaders. Nerzik received by Biasi. Bigsby from the right side. Rolling, Nerzik is there. Right side set to Balzano. Caitlin Smith plays this well with a high pass. Vrabel from the outside, cross court for another wham.
Second kill by Steubenville. Yeah, I've been impressed with Vrabel all-around play. She hadn't played that much the last game we were at. With Cena Smith on the bench, she hasn't come out.
Slusher serving. Lemmel receives with a high pass, looking to use this with a set to Balzano from the right side, off the hands of the block.
Fourth kill for the Crusaders.
Balzano.
8-4 Central.
Kramer, Smith, free ball from Slusher. The set from Balzano goes to Marcino. Cross court, Biasi is there. The set to Lyons in the middle. Wow, great job Crusaders. Scrapping and hustling to get that one over. Lyons again into the block. Now Big Red's turn. Played it well off the block.
That was Lemmel on a beautiful block.
Cross court from Vrabel. Bringing it in as Marcino. Walker attempting. Out.
Oh, what a try. What a try, though. Great effort. Point Big Red, 8-5 Central. We're in set number 4. Commissioner Eric Timmons, set number 4 with Big Red up 2-1.
Vrabel serve. Nerzik receives. Shrepko from the right side. Cross court. Biasi is there. Outside to Kramer. Balzano getting a hand on this one. Lemmel sending it deep. Just a little too deep. This one's out. Vrabel serve. Nerzik receives. Shrepko into the hands of Lyons and Kramer for a block.
Looking to tie it up here is the red.
Vrabel serve.
And it's an electric ace.
She's able to do that.
And it is tied at 8.
Vrabel with these aggressive jump serves coming through.
Another ace. Just been so impressed with her and Slusher with their serves. Big Red has a lot of good servers, but boy, they hit it hard, Ash, and down.
Balzano able to get on this one. Marcino sending it over. Slusher's set. Right side to Smith. For a kill.
10-8. Crusaders going to need a timeout here soon, I'd say. If Big Red gets this point, might be a good time for a timeout, as they have come storming back.
Vrabel serve. Nerzik towards the net, but Marcino gets it out. Tipped by Shrepko. Great spot for Shrepko. She found where the setter's coming from. It's typically a nice hole to attack. So she will be back to serve. Down by 1. Biasi receiving high at the net. Marcino in.
5th kill for the Crusaders. Set up by that serve, tied up at 10.
Shrepko serve. Biasi receives. Set outside to Kramer. Great job tipping at the net. Walker was there all over it. Tipping is Walker. Kramer gets on this one. Back set to Smith. Ends in a kill. Purdue back in the front row.
I got Big Red unofficially 4 kills. Smith with 3 of them.
Biasi serve. Balzano receives. Marcino to Walker on the outside. Into the hands of Smith and Purdue.
Nice double block there. Ball going straight down. Big Red by 2.
Biasi serve. Received by Balzano. Back set to Lemmel. Tipping it. Vrabel is there. Slusher to Purdue. Sending it deep. Nerzik gets this one. Outside set to Walker. Biasi playing this one well with a high pass. Purdue from the middle. Tipping. Lemmel. Marcino tipping it back. Vrabel to Smith. Cross court. Nerzik with a high pass. Lemmel from the right side. Smith sending it back again, but Shrepko is there. Marcino from the middle.
That's a wham shot. Water transport, wham. 6 kills for the Crusaders as they're down by 1, looking to tie 12-11.
Lemmel serve. Biasi is there. Slusher set. Kramer from the middle this time. for a kill. A sub, Bigsby back in. This is a great spot in Big Red's lineup. Caitlin Smith serving. Bigsby coming in with great energy.
Electric.
Ace for Caitlin Smith. We have a sub. Reagan Meeks checking in for Shrepko.
Reagan, daughter of Eric Meek, football coach at the Crusaders.
Smith serve. Nice pass from Meeks. Set for Marcino. Biasi is there, looking close to the net, but Smith fishes it out. Kramer looking to tip, just doesn't make it over that time. So Marcino back to serve, down by 2. Marcino serve. Biasi receives. Outside set to Bigsby. Hard cross-court shot off the tip for a kill.
I think I'm going to have to give that a water transport wham too.
I would too, yeah.
Hit hard, not playable. Big Red creeping away, just up by 3. Crusaders hanging in there, as they always do, with great heart and battle.
Kramer's serve was received. Nerzik out of the middle.
That's a wham. Nerzik. 15-13.
Walker will now be back serving for the Crusaders. Biasi receives. Right side from Bigsby, reaching back. Lemmels on that one. Meek out of the outside. Purdue from the middle, into the hands of Balzano, into the net. Point, Big Red. Purdue now back to serve, and Lions checking into the front row. Purdue serve. Marcino receives. Balzano back set to Nerzik, cross court. Lions getting hands on it.
Out to the Crusaders. 16-14 Big Red. Unofficially have Central with 6 kills and Big Red with 8 this service.
Nerzik serve. Played by Bigsby. Lemmel from the outside. Kramer on this one. Outside set to Vrabel. Tipped for another point Crusaders. Or I'm sorry, point Big Red. Slusher checking back in to serve. The serve, Nerzik receives. Set right side to Balzano. Cross court off the tip. Slusher is there. Biasi passing this one up. Walker receives. Balzano from the right side for the Crusaders off the hands of the block. Point Crusaders. Lily Balzano now going back to serve. Received by Smith. Slusher setting Smith on the outside, pushing it cross court out of the reach of Marcino.
She's tough on those open holes, man. Balzano for the Crusaders today has had a good all-around match.
Absolutely. Vrabel serve. Off the top of the net. Shrepko is checking back in for Meeks to serve. Shrepko serve. Deep. Kramer is there. Slusher setting Lions into the net. Big Red leads 18-17. Crusaders coming back. Shrepko will be serving. Tipping off the net. Smith gets a hand on it. Vrabel setting this one high. Kramer from the outside. This one is out.
She had a hole down the line, but just missed it. So the Crusaders, never say die Crusaders, tie it up at 18 after being down the whole set pretty much.
Kramer passing this one nicely. Lions from the middle, tipped. Shrepko is there. Outside from Walker. Biasi last minute getting a hand on it at the net. Walker sends it back over. Big Red's able to play it with 3 passes. Kramer from the outside was off the block. Marcino setting Walker. Vrabel on this one. Slusher up to Lemmel. Vrabel getting a hand on it so it can be played. Juliana Kramer deep. Lemmel is there. Marcino from the middle for a wham shot.
Water Transport wham, one of the best volleys of the night, and Big Red needs a timeout, and they get it. 19-18, Catholic Central will be back in set 4's finish after this Mario's timeout.
Hertz and Thrifty Car Rental and Auto Detailing, located on Sunset Boulevard in Steubenville, can offer you car rentals and auto detailing. Have you been in an accident, have a business trip, or just need a vacation? We have all sizes of cars to get you safely back on the road and to your destination. Is your car filled with French fries or Cheerios from hauling the kids around? Is the salt and dirt from the winter weather driving you crazy? We are here to help you get your car looking like new with our auto detailing. You choose your detailing package. We offer wash, wax, steam, clean, and buff. You can also get a gift certificate for detailing. Stop in or call us today, 740-283-2277. That's 740-283-CARS.
We're back, 19-18 Crusaders and serving in set 4, down 2-1, as Shrepko will be back to serve.
Kramer receiving this one. Slusher setting Smith, finding the hole with the push.
And if there's a hole, she knows how to find it.
Absolutely. Purdue back in the front row. Biasi will be back to serve, tied at 19.
Good timeouts in this match today by both coaches.
Received by Balzano. Marcino outside to Walker. Cross court. Vrabel on this one. Kramer pushing it as it's close to the net. Balzano was there. Cross court again from Walker. Outside to Kramer, pulling it back in. Pushing it deep is Marcino, but Smith gets a hand on it. Outside from Kramer.
Kramer just underneath that into the net. Central by 1.
The serve from Lemmel. Biasi with a high pass. Slusher playing it off the net. Vrabel was into the scorer's table. She's okay. She said, I'm fine. Good hustle.
Crusaders now looking to pull away in set number 4, 21-19. Are we going to have another overtime, Ash? Had 2 out of 3 games go extra.
Down official taking a minute to check on Vrabel. Lemmel serving. Biasi with a high pass. Outside to Purdue. Pushing it deep. Shrepko is there. Balzano setting Marcino. Played by Slusher. Caitlin Smith with the second pass. Outside shot with a wham for Kramer.
Water Transport. 21-20. Here comes Big Red to tie it up. Coach Barber still with 2 timeouts. Big Red has 1 left. And Caitlin Smith will be serving. Excellent all-around player.
Marcino playing this one. Balzano sending it over in 2. Vrabel is there. The set outside to Kramer. Into the block, but Vrabel is there. Right side to Bigsby. Rolling it. Shrepko playing. Set to Marcino. Cross court. Smith gets on this one. Biasi taking the second ball. Bigsby from the right side. Shrepko playing it well. Nerzik from the outside. Rolled off the net and out.
Nerzik in good position. She just kind of mishit that. 21-21. What else would you expect from these 2 teams, right?
Absolutely. Balzano setting Nerzik.
She got underneath that a little and hit it long. Big Red by 1. Both coaches pacing on the sidelines.
Lemmel receives with a high pass. Marcino pushing it. Vrabel on it. Caitlin Smith plays it well off the net. From the middle is Walker. Diving dig from Smith. Kramer from the outside. Lemmel's on that one. Tipped over by Walker. Outside to Kramer. Lemmel again. Purdue seeing a high ball. In for a kill for her.
Just on the line. Close. Good timeout here, I think. And Coach Barber. 23-21 Big Red, set number 4. We'll be back for this photo finish after this Mario's timeout.
Looking for a great meal? Stop in Mario's Italian Restaurant and Lounge and DeCarlo's Pizza, located at 3806 Main Street in Weirton. Proudly serving the tri-state area for over 60 years. Family owned and operated, serving salads, sandwiches, pasta, and pizza 7 days a week. Call Danny at 304-748-1179 or visit them at mariosrestaurantandlounge.com. Good luck to all area teams from Mario's Italian Restaurant and Lounge.
Thank you, National Colloid, for sponsoring this broadcast. A National Colloid company with over 75 years in the chemical industry can take care of all your chemical blending needs.
Back here, 23-21 Big Red, set number 4, brought to you by Commissioner Eric Timmons. Caitlin Smith back to serve for the Red, up by 2.
Received by Marcino. Balzano to Walker in the middle, who's tipping it. Kramer is there. Smith setting Kramer on the outside. She brings it back in. Lemmel making a diving hustle to get that one. Balzano sending it over. Vrabel off the first one. Kramer on the outside. Cross-court kill off of the arms of Shrepko. So we have a game point for Big Red here. And the very
match point.
Trustworthy hands for Caitlin Smith. Lemmel, high pass. Kramer is there. Down.
That'll do it. Unofficially, Big Red with 13 kills at 13th ended the game, and it ended the match. Big Red losing game 1, 27-25, but rebounding 25-19, 26-24, and 25-21. We'll be back with the Apollo post-game wrap-up after these timeouts.
Attention sports fans, are you looking for the ultimate game day experience? Look no further than the O Patio and Pub on Lane, your go-to spot for pregame excitement, located just a 5-minute walk from the iconic OSU football stadium and the Schottenstein Center. We are proud supporters of all Ohio Valley sports teams. Join us for the largest pregame parties for football, basketball, and concerts. Indulge in Columbus's best wood-fired pizza and marinated, baked, then deep-fried wings with all your favorite sauces. Our rich history in Ohio State's campus and culture spans 30 years, with a deep-rooted love for home reflected in our logo, featuring the Star of Steubenville. So whether you're visiting family, catching up with friends, or headed to an event around OSU, make yourself at home at the O Patio and Pub on Lane. Embrace the spirit of the Valley and the thrill of a game with us. For a memorable game day experience, visit us on Lane Avenue in Columbus, Ohio.
Post-game brought to you by Apollo Cleaning and Restoration. After Central battled back, took a lead and had 4 set points and finally won on the 5th one in game number 1. Big Red won game number 2, 25-19. Game number 3, the Crusaders had a set point and couldn't put Big Red away, and they won in OT 26-24. Set number 4, pretty much the same. Crusaders up 21-19, if I got it right. And Big Red rattled off the last 6 points, most of those with Caitlin Smith serving from the service line. She had a good all-around game, Big Red had a lot of spikes and kills and wham shots. Crusaders, nothing to be embarrassed about. Played their hearts out, scrappy in a good way, did a better job defensively than we saw the other day, and I think they're going to be just fine. Both teams are now 5-2. Crusaders starting the day on top of 2A in the OVAC. Big Red trying to make the cut of the top 4 as they were in 5th place against behind 4 extremely talented volleyball bigger schools. Comments, Ash, about the match?
Amazing by both teams, back and forth. Great hustle on both sides. Great job by Big Red finding a few players to come off the bench and fill the hole that was left by Sina Smith. Crusaders had unbelievable hustle. There were so many times I thought for sure we'd see a kill, and they happened to get a hand on a ball, and a teammate was there to help them out and keep that ball in play. So great job by both teams.
Now, this postgame has been brought to you by Apollo Cleaning. We'd like to thank all our in-game sponsors: Capital Recovery Systems, Cedar One Realty, Mario's Italian Restaurant, Water Transport, The Electric O, and this postgame by Apollo Cleaning. Join us tomorrow night for the Coaches Show at 6 o'clock at the Harp and Habit, and we will have a football game, a couple of them for you on Friday. Toronto at Weir High, and Big Red going out to Moody to play on Friday night. Final score here again, Big Red wins in 4 sets, 25-27, 25-19, 26-24, and 25-21. For Dan Vogel and Ashlyn Daly, this is Jim DiCarlo, wishing all of you a good evening.